I've always said that these two monsters would always be in a fight. Another episode of Kaiju Wars. What's up, my N words? Today we're having two monsters that were rumored to be on the series, and now they're finally here. Twin Tail going against Keizer Ghidorah. Oh yeah, let's get into it. Now, if you didn't know, Monster X, the monster that went against Kong 2021, link in description. Monster X is the first form. This is the second form, a giant four-legged King Ghidorah, named Keizer Ghidorah. Yeah, he's a pretty big boy. And one of Godzilla's most cruelest, most brutal, and most biggest opponents that he's ever fought. But what about Twin Tail? Twin Tail is from the Ultraman series. Now, if you see a weird ass monster that looks like this, 90% of the time they're probably from the Ultraman series. Anyways, he's from the Shinjuku building construction site. So, yeah. That's his origin. He's this giant worm with basically, let's just say his pelvis switch places with his head. Yeah. Okay. And he does have feet. There's these little pine nut needles right here. Yeah. Let's just get into their sizes. You know. So yeah. Just what. Shit. Yes, I'm still in my living room. Okay. Okay. Now Kaiser Ghidorah. Well, how tall is he? Well, Kaiser Ghidorah, considering he's a freaking Ghidorah, is around 459 feet tall. Yeah, he's a pretty big boy. And he weighs around 100,000 metric tons, which weighs around a whopping, mother shucking 110,000 tons. He's a pretty big Ghidorah. But what about Twin Tail? Twin Tail, 45 meters tall, or just 147 feet. Basically, this Kaiser Ghidorah is like almost around 4 times the height of Twin Tail. That's kind of scaringly sad. And Twin Tail also weighs around 15,000 tons. Okay, let's just get into their abilities. Now, Kaiser Ghidorah can stomp, tail slap, kick his opponents, and bite them, headbutt them, bash them around, throw them around with his jaws. He also has but his abilities include physical strength and durability, able to lift Godzilla in the air and yeet him around like a rag doll. Anti-gravity beams, which those yellow lightning beams he can shoot out of his mouth. Those. But those he can control those to move Godzilla closer to him or back away from him. So basically, he's a lightning bender. He can bend his own gravity beams to do whatever he wants. He can shoot them at Godzilla and make them go up into the air. He can shoot them up into the air, make those go like bring the opponent closer to him or push them away back more. He has energy siphoning, which is another one of his abilities where he can bite into his opponents and drain their energy to make it for his own. He also has transformation, that Monster X thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But what does Twin Tails have what does Twin Tail have that Monster X doesn't? Ho 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 ho. Well, he has Tail Whip, because, come on, it's right here, goddammit. He can also burrow underground. Anesthetic venom. Yeah. So that means he can put his opponents to sleep for a short amount of time. He's also a depth swimmer. Yeah, he can fucking swim. He also has tail smash. So basically he can hit his opponent so hard that they have to rest for a bit. He has tail rush, which just whack his opponents with his tail a couple of times. He also has a jump attack where he just jumps at his opponents, even though he has no fucking knees. He has Sling Smash. A tag team attack with Gudon as both opponents with a severe whiplash before Twin Tail curls into a ball for the latter to throw with. So you remember Gudon from that one episode? I'll link it in the description if you guys want to see that one too. He also has a rolling tackle attack, where Tin Tail lies down and rolls into his opponents. He can also do a flying bite, where he jumps up in the air and bites them. Okay, how do they defeat each other? Well, Keizer Ghidorah, if he sucks out enough energy, you might be able to just drain out and just kill Twin Tail that way. But Twin Tail can just slap the shit out of Keizer Ghidorah, and Keizer Ghidorah either gets his neck broken or just gives up and flies away. Yeah, Keizer Ghidorah can fly. Well, it's not shown. It said that he can fly. Okay, this fight takes place in the Amazon rainforest. So yeah, get ready to die, animals and aborigines. Keizer Ghidorah is just walking through the forest. He's already crushed around 20 jaguars already. And killed around 25 aborigines. People are just running away as construction site workers are running for their life. They're literally cussing in Spanish or whatever language they speak. Now out of nowhere, Twin Tails comes up and roars at the giant three-headed, four-legged, two-winged, two-tailed dragon. The gold and black dragon with his beady red eyes looks over with pure rage in his face. Twin Tails swings his tails around and roars at the dragon. The dragon, well, he roars with a mighty fury of rage. He then comes over and bites Twin Tails, on the tails. But bad news! He gets bitch slapped. Keizer Ghidorah roars in pain as Twin Tails does his jumping attack and bites down the middle head. Yeah. The two other heads grab Twin Tail by the head and then throw him down to the ground. With Twin Tails, he does his rolling tackle because he turns into a ball, turns around, and then makes a U-turn and crashes into Keizer Ghidorah. Keizer Ghidorah is getting pissed that he's getting beaten up by some deformed abortion. So he grabs Twin Tails by the back and then throws him around like a sling and yeet! Throws him into a huge patch of forest and rocks and mounds. Twin Tail gets back up and roars angrily and then runs towards him. Keizer Ghidorah then unleashes his gravity beams and poof, it hits. Twin Tails falls down on his back or ass. I don't know. Is this his back or his ass? I don't even know. I'm thinking too much. He falls down backwards, but then gets back up again and roars in pain before rushing Keizer. Keizer Ghidorah, once he sees that Twin Tail gets close, he just pushes him over with his front legs. Twin Tails knows that he's fucked up. This is when Keizer Ghidorah just bites into Twin Tails. So the two other right and left heads just bite Twin Tail and raise him up. And then Twin Tails is looking eye to eye with the middle head. The middle head is pissed. But then Twin Tails unleashes his anesthetic venom. And this stuns the other heads and the middle head himself. And they fall down, chipping away at him, his damage, chip damage. That's when Twin Tails gets back up and starts gnawing and biting, grinding the skull of the middle head. But the two other heads notice and start and shoot a short spark of gravity beams at Twin Tails. Twin Tails lets go of the middle head and roars in pain. That's when the giant dragon flies up into the air and starts shooting his gravity beams right at Twin Tail. Twin Tail is getting his ass handed to him, and then he gets pinned down because he gets stomped on. Twin Tails is getting crushed by the immense weight of all these, well, the giant dragon. Keizer Ghidorah is 10 times the weight of Twin Tail. Twin Tail is struggling to get up. He then uses tail smash on this head. You see where my cursor is? This head right here. He uses tail smash on this head right here, and it kills that head. It breaks his neck and windpipe. Yeah, so that finally works. But Keizer Ghidorah sees it, and him and the other remaining head, the middle. So basically, this head right here, the middle head, and this head are left. Those two heads then bite onto the tail of Twin Tail and rip him clean off. Twin Tail roars in pain as he falls down backwards and just accepts his fate. Keizer Ghidorah then just obliterates him with his gravity beams. He roars in victory before flying away into space, black onto back onto Planet X. Verdict: in a fight between Twin Tail and Keizer Ghidorah wins. More long range weapons, just powerful, has a lot more buff and meat into him. Twin Tails, I know he's a very formidable opponent, especially when against other beings, but I don't think he doesn't have what it takes to take down this giant dragon, this giant demon from outer space. Okay, bye bye. I'll see you.